All right, fam, we're here for quads and glutes today. This workout can really be dumbbells only if you prefer it to be that way. So pretty travel friendly. Gym options I will run through if you're taking this workout to the gym with you. We've got 3 supersets, so pretty simple profile today. I do have a barbell set up for me for Sumo RDLs, which is coming in at the first superset. First superset will be 4 sets. Everything else is 3 sets. Um, and then I have my shallow bench or platform for hip thrust. We're going B stance, and then we're going right into regular. So we've got a complex for our hip thrust today. This is a great opportunity to maybe consider reducing some of your weight for hip thrust, and sort of getting back to basics in terms of fundamentals, feet placement, um, traveling with a neutral spine, tempo, um, proper glute engagement, all of that. So we're going to go from B stance right into regular. Let me just check on our rep ranges. Trying to get my music back here. Okay, and then we go right into a B stance skinny goblet squat. I should just know this off the top of my head. I literally just wrote this workout. Um, for that weight selection, I have 30-pound dumbbells. I have a 50-pound dumbbell. So depending on your grip, your what you prefer in terms of your weights. So you could do, I mean, honestly, you could do barbell. If you prefer a back squat in a B stance position, you can do, uh, moderate dumbbells. You can do one heavy goblet style. So there's a lot of variety there. I typically, if I'm at the gym, I prefer a back squat with a barbell personally. That is just my preferred method, especially if I am, looking to go heavier or something like that. But it is a B stance, so you're not going to need anything like super heavy. And then our last superset, we've got weighted clamshells, and then we alternate with a heavy sumo squat. I did not put reps. Okay, so the heavy sumo squat is basically going to be till failure. Everything else, it looks like our rep ranges is between 8 to 12. All right, so I did a pretty extensive warm-up and dynamic stretch, walk through what I did. I did some banded walks, I did some high kicks, I did side kicks, I did inchworms with hip openers, I did seated windshield wipers. So make sure you're taking that dynamic stretch and also stretching after the workout if possible. Okay. All right, so I don't usually do hip thrust and sumo RDLs in the same superset because I have to keep changing things to keep it in the frame, but that's what we got today. So, small price to pay. And if you're at the gym, then that is the first superset. Set yourself up accordingly. All right. So whether you prefer like a dumbbell pull through as opposed to a barbell sumo RDL, if you prefer to perform that on the Smith machine and then stay with that Smith machine, that's actually my preferred method is Smith machine for the sumo RDLs. If that angle doesn't bother you, if that, weight path doesn't totally screw you up, and then I stay with that for hip thrust. But that's just my ideal gym scenario. You do you. Get your wrist straps if you need them, or grips, whatever you use for heavy weights. 8 to 12 reps, 4 sets. to feet placement, right? Toes pointed slightly out. You're focusing on keeping that bar nice and tight to the body here. Grip, I like an alternating grip. You can go underhand completely, overhand completely. You can alternate. Sky's the limit. Do whatever you need to do. Just make sure your feet are not too far. Obviously, you're not going to be too close in this position, but make sure you're not too far. You do have some bend in the knee. Awesome job. All right, so remember, you're always taking one compound lift specifically to perform to failure. You get to choose what that is. So what we've got, 8 B stands, both sides. Then we go into regular. Finish with a 10-second hold. 10-second isometric hold. Have the extra weight, if you need it, for that transition from single leg into regular, if you'd like. B stance, we've got 90% of the work coming in on the working leg. That kickstand position is slightly out. You may want to position this working leg in slightly as well, but the actual move itself doesn't change, right? So keep that chin tucked to chest. Take a couple practice reps if you need to, both regular and single leg, but your main thing is focus on avoiding this dip here. All right, so no rounding in the back, no arching the back. Everything's gonna be nice and straight. Roll the shoulders forward if that helps you. That's a cue that typically helps people in terms of like avoiding that booty pop, okay? So that's what's causing low back pain. That's what's gonna hinder you from progressing to heavier weights. So keep everything in a straight line, one motion. Now that I've been talking you to death, you should have the form right. Slow it down, reduce the weight if need be. Take that time, that opportunity to get your form right. Yes, I'm glad I slid that working leg in slightly. Quick transition, switch it up. 8 on the other side. Other legs along for the ride now. Regular, 4 reps. Last 4 rep, 10-second hold. Oh my goodness. Now you decide weight selection going forward. If that was too much for you to keep up with for 4 sets, if it wasn't enough, if you need more on the regular 4 reps, and that iso hold if you're looking to get to the point of like shaking. That's what I'm typically looking for. Pushing past like regular discomfort, finding that point of shaking. So I might be going heavier for my regular sets or my regular reps. Set number 2. Again, 8 to 12 reps. Alrighty. Right into it this time. Less talking, more working. Make your adjustments with feet placement. Roll the shoulders forward. Keep that chin tucked to the chest. Switch. And hold. And 1. Whew. Excellent, excellent job. 2 down, 2 to go. Now remember, keep in mind, anytime you're going lots of reps, you might need an adjustment the other way, which is totally fine. That would be completely normal, understandable. I'll just say this. If you are not in need of this recovery, 60 to 120 seconds, you're definitely not working hard enough within your sets. All right, so I don't truly believe there's really anything such as like working too hard. All right, you might need to make an adjustment the other way if your form's being compromised. But look, a lot of times your brain is not giving your body the credit that it deserves. All right, so your mind is likely going to quit when you feel that discomfort faster than your body will. It's important to recognize the discomfort when it shows up and understand exactly what it is. It doesn't mean you're not capable of pushing through it. It's important to find that delicate balance in your lifting journey at some point. All right, so typically for me, it's within the first 3 reps. Like if for whatever reason I'm unable to handle the first 3 reps and I'm working toward 8 to 12, then I need to fix something. I need to make an adjustment so that my form doesn't suffer and I don't hurt myself. But if I'm able to get through the meat and potatoes of the rep range and it's the final 3, you can work with that, okay? You can work with the last 3 being that very big question mark. That's exactly what you want. And the more you can work through that discomfort, even though it feels very, very hard, it's not just a little bit of discomfort. That point of failure is extremely challenging. You're gonna have to talk yourself through it and get yourself through it. But the more you do it, the more you're proving to yourself that you can do the thing. Even if you get there and you fail halfway through the rep, you're still winning because you're not choosing the very easy weight, the easy thing you know you can do. You're challenging yourself to stretch that comfort zone into an area of unpredictability. I don't know if I can finish these reps with this weight, but I'm gonna go for it. All right, here we go. 3 of 4. All right, so broadcast is interrupted. We're back. We're back for our final set. Not sure what happened other than interwebs, but we are here. We made it to set number 4. Here we go. We're gonna finish strong. Like I said, I think set number 3 is usually harder than 4. Ugh. But we made it. Anybody that's on their 40th heavy Sumo RDL, shout me out or shout yourself out so that I can share and tag you. Because that's a huge accomplishment. You could have bailed at 8 every single round. You chose to go for it or beyond. So my people that have gotten 12, maybe some 10s, but 12s, and you're above 40 for reps in this movement, hey, it's good shit. last set of 8, 16, 24, 24 with the 10-second hold. That's a lot of reps. You do the math. And make sure my stuff doesn't overlap. Feet placement, just as important in set number 4 as it was in set number 1. Tempo, positioning, all of it. Way to work, way to finish. This first superset was not fucking easy. 0 easy things about what we just did. All right. B stance, sort of like a skinny single leg B stance squat, if you will. Goblet or regular. You can keep your weights by your side if that's better. Like I said, a barbell doesn't really matter, but same idea. You want 80 to 95% of that work coming in on that static leg. Back leg is back and to the side. Knee is soft. And the path in which the body's traveling is basically straight up and down like an elevator, focusing on the quads here. Okay, so as the more upright you are in this position, the more focus on the quads, all right? So, boom, goblet here. I think we have 8 reps each. Let me double check. 8 to 10 reps each, 3 sets. Here we go. All right, now if you prefer that goblet position, just know you'll be recruiting your core a little bit more in the movement than if you chose a different grip. Preference is preference, but I do want to give you the benefit. So obviously using a barbell means saving your grip, your forearm strength, all of that completely. In a goblet, you're recruiting the core and you're using your stabilizers, especially coming straight down. All right, you're not hinging at the hip. You're not really recruiting the adductors in any way. So choose your positioning, choose your stance. You can always switch up your rack, okay? So you can change up your dumbbell positioning, how you're holding your weight, do whatever you gotta do. I noticed I was going a little too fast in that first set. Here I'm focusing on slowing that down. Switch up. Good. I don't feel weird about not going super heavy for these guys. Max out in that first superset. And I know we got adductors coming, so. Understand that you don't have to go crazy hard 10 out of 10 effort in every single exercise, every single workout. Okay, understanding the changes in intensity levels, volume, all of the things, that's really going to serve you long term. All right, if you've been of the mindset that you've got to go totally hard start to finish and be completely gassed laying on the ground after every workout, you're going to have a very, very, very difficult time with consistency, all right? I'm not talking about effort. I'm talking about placing strategy and getting strategic and intentional with your main lifts versus isolation and accessory stuff, all right? All right, y'all, final superset. What do we got? 8 to 10, I believe. We got 10 weighted clamshells, heavy sumo squats till failure, and then final set of clamshells, we go body weight until failure. Here we go. Final superset of work on the day. All adductor shit. Now, your normal sumo squats till failure might not be as many as you normally do. We're going adductors and on adductors. Two more sets. They don't call it a burnout set for nothing. Last set, best set. Y'all, way to prove to yourself that you were up for the challenge today. Now, you could have easily bailed 15 minutes in, especially when the internet went out, right? I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about just bailing. But you made the choice to stick with it. That's going to pay off somewhere at some point. till failure for the last time. Last set, best set. I'm gonna be shaking, quaking, muscle spasming out of this basement, but here we go. All right, gang. I'm over here recovering. Go hydrate, eat, stretch, eat your protein, eat your carbs, recover, walk, move outside of this workout today. Go slay the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.